everyone, this is Rachel from The Healthy Womb, and today I'm talking about poop and periods, and this is part one where we're talking about womb position. Womb position has a huge impact on our poop, unfortunately, around our period. First of all, let's just take a look at the pelvis, okay? So this is a pelvis. It's a little bit smaller, but not that much smaller than an anatomical size. We have our womb here, okay? She's tilted forwards, as you can hopefully see. Sorry, I know the light keeps changing as I move it. And in front, you have the bladder, which is not in here. Behind you have the rectum, and behind that you have the spine, and there's a spinal cord in there. Okay, so what's that got to do with your poop? Great question. So your your womb should be leaning slightly forwards over your bladder, not pressing on your bladder, just slightly forwards over your bladder. Your fallopian tube should be up here. I'm just going to point out in this model, the ovaries are obviously attached to the fallopian tube. That doesn't happen in real life, they're not actually connected. However, some people, their womb pointing backwards, pressing against the rectum, also could be pressing against the spinal cord. Now when this happens, for the first half of the cycle, it's usually not too bad once the period's finished. However, at the end of your cycle, so leading up into your period, you've got all the extra cellular fluid, such as your lymphatic fluid, that's causing you to be swollen and bloated around your pelvis, your abdomen, your bum, your thighs, your groin. And then on top of that, all of these tissues are bloated, so there's less space. If your womb is leaning back and pressing against your rectum, and she's at her most full at this point in the month, she's going to be pressing on that rectum. You're going to find that you either get constipation, pencil-thin stools, stools that are really hard to pass, and then the body tends to make up for it by overcompensating, and that can lead to diarrhea. So what can you do? There are several things you can do. One, get a womb massage. I offer womb massages and I also teach them online. So I have a clinic in Guildford in the UK, or you can book in with me online and I can take a history and come up with a massage that suits you, that you can perform on yourself. Okay, there are other providers of womb massage, so there are three womb massage disciplines that I'm aware of, so fertility massage, Arvigo massage, and Meisen abdominal therapy. I trained in fertility massage, but any of them could be really helpful. So those can be helpful. Reflexology can be surprisingly helpful with this. A lot of people wonder how their feet affects their abdomen, but it can increase the blood flow and the nerve flow into the abdomen, and I've seen some amazing results from reflexology alone. Again, I offer that in my clinic. Okay, what else can you do at home? So you've not got a practitioner near you, you're at home. There are two other options. There are womb steams and castor oil packs. Womb steams are what they sound like actually. We're steaming the womb, or even the vagina, as that's the first thing there. What we're doing is you get a Pyrex bowl, and this is the most simple way of doing it. Pyrex bowl, boil water in the kettle, dip it in. You obviously get steam coming out, right? Wait for that to cool down, usually 10-15 minutes. You can throw herbs in. I don't prescribe herbs because I'm not a herbalist, but most of the herbs that you can eat are okay for putting in there, and it kind of makes a tea. The ones I would avoid would be like sage, because that's quite drying. I also would never use essential oils, they're far too strong. Just remember, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is like 50 cups of peppermint tea. So that is super strong. You wouldn't want anything like that near your sensitive parts. So anyway, hot water, possibly got herbs in. It's cooled down to a reasonable temperature. You can wave your hand above it. It feels warm but not burning you. Put that in your toilet bowl. Obviously clean your toilet really thoroughly beforehand. You can even do, if you like spiritual space clearing, you can use a sage smudge stick or a Tibetan singing bowl, anything like that to make the space feel a bit more special for you. Put it in the toilet bowl, bring the seat down, take your knickers off, sit on it. Do keep your feet and your legs warm with socks and a blanket or a dressing gown or something, and the steam will just gently warm up your lower area, And I can tell when women have done this because their abdomens feel a lot warmer afterwards, not immediately afterwards, just permanently afterwards. And it's thought that the steam helps to break down any of the adhesions holding the womb in place, or congestion. The ligaments that hold the womb in place, they might be a bit hard, like when you have a hard muscle that's overworked or being really stretched. It can help to soften those and therefore help with the womb movement. So that is womb steams. You can go to my website for some free instructions. I'll tell you where in a minute. The other one is castor oil packs. This can really help break down adhesions as well. Castor oil packs are essentially where you soak a cloth, ideally cotton and unbleached. Muslin cloths can be great for this, in castor oil, and then put it on your abdomen and put a heat pack on the top. And this will help the oil seep into your abdomen and break down adhesions and help get some more flow into the abdominal area. Now, with both of these, please don't do when you're actually bleeding or if you have a coil inside. I have full instructions on my website, so that's www.thehealthyroom.com, free stuff, and you can see how to do that there. And I'll see you on the second poop and period video in the series. Alright, I hope you found that helpful. Take care and I'll see you soon.